Number one, cartoonist. I wanted to be a cartoonist up until I was 15 years old when I first got the idea to pursue music professionally in the 9th grade. And I always used to draw in my textbooks and do all kinds of cool stuff like that, you know what I mean? Like, my teachers would be really pissed with me because I would have more drawings than work in my textbooks or in my notebooks, you know what I mean? I was just like that kid that always kind of zoned out, and I just, you know, I feel like I have just like a really, really intense imagination, you know, and that's where wanting to be a cartoonist came out, because I feel like I could draw anything that I imagined and that I imagined. It's funny. Yeah, so wanted to be a cartoonist up until I was 15. Number two, bribery for Jordans. My mom was my music teacher in the 7th grade when I went to school, to her middle school for 1 year, and I've tried to force myself to be in a band so I didn't have to be in her choir, just because I didn't want to sing and I didn't want my mom as my teacher, of course. I was at the point where I was going to fail that class unless I got switched to choir. So I had to go in my mom's class, and like, she always like, baby, you can sing. You need to just stop playing and just start singing, and you know you can sing. I used to be like all shy, like, no, I can't. Like, stop pressuring me. But then like, it was this one situation where my mom was putting on a concert, and we were performing, we were singing I Believe I Can Fly as the last number of the concert. And she had one kid do the first verse, and she wanted me to do the second verse. And the second verse was like the best verse of the song, I felt like, you know what I'm saying? But it was like a solo in front of like parents and students and like, you know, faculty, and I was just like, man, like, I'm so nervous, like, but you gotta come with it. What you gonna hook me up with if I do this for you? And she said she would buy me these Jumpmans. Right then, in that time, the Jumpmans had just came out. If anybody remembers those, they were like, they just came back out, actually. But back then, they were just so fresh. I was like, oh man, all my friends had them. And back then, like, Jordans was like a rare thing. Like, my mom, we just didn't have it like that. You know what I mean? I didn't get Jordans like that. I maybe had, when I was young, 2 or 3 pairs of Jordans. You know what I mean? So she said yes, and I said cool, and I did a solo of I Believe I Can Fly in the 7th grade, and still to this day, those kids at that school that I was in school with that year hit me up on Facebook and be like, I remember when you sang I Believe I Can Fly, and I'll just be like, oh man, people still remember that, so I just hope that there's no footage floating around. Oh, I know my mom has something, but don't worry, next time I go back to Cleveland, I'm gonna make sure I take care of that. Number 3, cheeseburgers. I probably eat 4 to 5 cheeseburger meals a week. And that's just like not even, I don't even think that's a rough estimate, actually. I feel like I definitely eat more cheeseburgers. But I'm actually trying to, you know, watch my figure. So instead of eating 8 a week, I'm just trying to do like 4 or 5. You know, because, you know, I'm trying to lose some of the weight. You know, I gotta watch my figure, you know. So when I do like, you know, music videos and stuff, and when I want to come out my shirt like Flow Rider, right round, you know, I can do my thing. Yeah. Number 4, non-athlete. I'm not athletic in any way, shape, or form. It's just not my deal. In Hawaii, Kanye and them play basketball every morning before studio, and I never go. And I remember the first time he asked me, he said, man, you want to play with us? And I was just like, I can't play basketball. And I was just like really, you know, I felt bad about it, but you know, it's me, you know, I was always a artsy kid, you know, like I said, I was into cartoons and drawing, like I wasn't an athlete, and that wasn't my deal, you know, I was the guy that was kind of chilling in the bleachers trying to get all the athletes' girls up at the games watching them play ball. So yeah, man, not athletic in any way, shape, or form, but like I said, I play a mean game of dodgeball. If anybody wants to challenge, holler at me. We can do like a celebrity match. Anybody want to challenge me, just let me know. You can write this down in the memos. Dodgeball champion, All-Star League, holler at me. Number 5, Tenacious D. The D is probably the most incredible band ever. I love Jack Black. He's just the illest. He's probably like, when I think of Jack Black, it's like, you just think of like overall talented on all levels. Like, you know, he could do comedy, he could do drama, he could do the music. Like, even though it's like Tenacious D music is kind of like silly and stuff like that, but like they're really singing those songs. Like, they really put those songs together. The instrumentation, all that stuff is just like on point. And it's really creative, and you know, I think he's a genius. Kyle Gass is funny as hell, and both of them two together is just like. The next thing for me is the Sky Might Fall single. It's coming soon. We just finished the song in Hawaii. The video is going to be really, really, really next level. Me and Ye have been brainstorming, and all I can say is that, like, when we're in the studio and when we're just chilling and brainstorming and trying to come up with ideas for anything, we usually have movies playing. And when we were thinking of the Sky Might Fall video, we were watching Close Encounters of the Third Kind. So that should just put you in the mind frame of how we're going to really try to execute Sky Might Fall visually, and how we're going to keep the theme, the cinematic theme from our album. And I'm just excited about it. So you guys check out that, and check out my blog, KidCudi.com. Man on the Moon coming in August. We'll get you a specific date soon enough. And yeah, that's what it is, Kid Cudi. You'll be seeing more of me for sure.